Welcome to Trusted Tackle Tips. In today's video I'm going to be comparing a number of pulley beads or similar. As you can see here, we're going to be testing a swivel, an Inova pulley. The swivels are about 16 pence each. The Inova pulley, which is around 33 pence. Gemini premium pulley bead at 38 pence, the most expensive pulley on the list. The VMO super glow pulley bead at 26 pence, the Breakaway proper pulley at 26 pence, and the Trident tackle Aero pulley at 19 pence. The Trident tackles pulleys also available in different colours. So the way I'm going to test these, compare these, is I'm going to feed them on a piece of mono, 70 pound mono, and we're going to measure the width between the lines either side of the pulley to give an indication of how well and how streamlined the rig would be with the pulley bead in. And then I'm going to put it under a bit of tension to see what effect it has on the line as well. So first up is the standard swivel. So I'm going to thread that onto this 70 pound mono and a little bit of tension to see how wide the two sides of the mono are. Try and get an idea of how streamlined it would be in a pulley rig, and it's about 4 millimeters, so pretty streamlined. Now what I'm going to do is put that under tension. I don't think this is anywhere near as what we'll probably see when casting, especially sort of 6-7 ounce lead. But let's see what effect it's had on the line under that pressure. As we can see, it's put quite a nasty kink in that line. It sort of looks a bit damaged as well. I wouldn't want to trust this too much. Next up, we have the Inova pulley bead. This is a bit wider, obviously, than the swivel, so it should put less pressure on that line. We can see it's around 14 millimeters, so not that narrow. Bit less dynamic than a swivel would be, and under pressure I was hoping that it would have much less of an effect on the line than just a standard swivel, but what we can see is that it has actually put two kinks in the line. Not as bad as a swivel, but still not great. That would affect the pulley bead sliding up and down there if it needed to. Next up is the Gemini premium pulley bead. This is our most expensive bead, about 38 pence, but fairly narrow profile, quite good at 8 millimeters ish. Let's see what effect it has on the line when we give it a bit of a strain. After a good tug, what we see is it's had effectively virtually no effect on that line at all, which is a really good result. Next up is the VMO glow pulley bead. These are a little bit wider than the Inova pulley bead, obviously glow in the dark as well, and the hole slightly smaller, so with it being a bit wider, less aerodynamic again. We're up to about 15 millimeters there, and let's see what effect it has when we give it a pull. With it being wider, I was expecting this to have sort of less of effect on the line than the Inova pulley bead, but where reality is actually more of a double kink on that line, and it does make it quite hard for that pulley bead to slide up and down. Next up we have the Trident tackle Aero pulley. This is available in numerous colours, but only directly, you can only buy it direct from Trident tackle, but that does mean it's a great price at 19 pence, so second cheapest or the cheapest after just a standard swivel. It's unusual in the way the line comes up and up through the hole and back down in sort of nearly a figure of 8, but it does mean it's very aerodynamic. At 4 millimeters, that's just effectively the same as a swivel. Yeah, great little pulley. So let's put it under pressure and see what effect it has on the line. We have a great result. Virtually no kink in that at all. I'd say that was on par with the Gemini premium pulley bead, but much cheaper. And last but not least is the Breakaway proper pulley, around 26p. We're looking at about 8 millimeters, so on par again with the Gemini premium pulley bead. See, it's quite a wide, smooth hole or area for the line to run through. So expecting this to be quite a not much impact on the line itself. However, it does create a bit of a kink. Not the worst, but definitely a step behind the Trident tackle Aero pulley and the Gemini premium pulley bead. At this point, I want to have a look at the Breakaway proper pulley and the Trident tackle Aero pulley separately. All the other beads can be used if you add another clip, both as a normal pulley bead at the top of your rig, or at the bottom of the rig, should you want to use a up and over pulley rig. The Breakaway proper pulley can do this without an extra link, so no extra expense. But as we can see on here, where you clip your lead on, these two bits that stick out, you have to be careful how you clip your lead on. Clip it on the way so when the hook's released, it doesn't get hung up. The Trident tackle Aero pulley, on the other hand, is the only one that can't be used or shouldn't be used in an upside down manner, say at the bottom of your rig in a up and over pulley rig. That was confirmed when I first bought this from the manufacturer. This pulley as well, if you've got sort of 70-80 pound line, there's a bit of resistance there, which can be a good thing. 50-60 pound mono is free running. And as I mentioned earlier, this pulley is available in lots of different colours, which is great for if you like to colour code your rigs or have a preferred colour. So the jury's in. Given price per item, how streamlined it is, the effect on its line, we have two winners. For just standard pulley use, it's the Trident tackle Aero pulley. And where you want a pulley at the bottom of your rig and an up and over pulley rig, it's the Breakaway proper pulley. If you found the comparison useful, do like and subscribe. Or if you'd like me to review another pulley, do shout. Thanks again. Bye.